Making his Fiesta Pro Wrestling debut, the elite athlete has come to the biggest party in New Jersey, Spring Break Bedlam, to take on Chris Wylde. And ladies and gentlemen, our final last call of the evening, another great ladies matchup, as Brittany Blake was originally scheduled to take on Veda Scott, but unfortunately, Veda loves her parties. And Veda, having sustained an injury at Joey Janela's Spring Break down in Florida, unfortunately could not be here tonight, but sent a great replacement in her place. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight Brittany Blake takes on probably the last pure female athlete in Jordan Grace. And that, I guarantee Uncle Steve's going to be one hell of a match.
Absolutely, I'm looking totally forward to those.
I like this guy.
I like myself. I like everything I do. I'm really good at everything I do. That's why I'm an elite athlete. It's the truth.
Introducing party participant number 1. He is accompanied to the ring this evening by Federated Brand Ambassador, Mr. Martinez. From the sidelines, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Green Machine,
Whether you call him the Green Machine or the elite athlete, Mike Orlando has made waves every time he steps into the ring. And here tonight with the Federated Brand Ambassador, Mr. Martinez, and he will be facing Chris Wylde, a man who has been a guest of Fiesta Pro Wrestling since the inaugural party. Huge wins over Robbie E. and Kurt Hawkins. But let's talk about his opponent, Mike Orlando. This man, the #1 seed in the Bree Combination Wrestling Heavyweight Title Tournament, and also
weighing 205 pounds,
well now, apparently Chris Wylde believes he is the uncrowned and unrespected Fiesta Pro Wrestling champion. With his resume here at Fiesta Pro Wrestling, certainly something he can say. But again, he's facing a man who thinks he's an uncrowned champion in his own right. And these two men are going to go to war tonight in the first of our 2 last calls.
Absolutely, it's a match I've been very much looking forward to. And as Mike Orlando's showing, referee Cousin Andre representing the Green himself.
There you go.
It might be onto something. The Green Machine and the Green Cousin Andre.
Well, listen, a lot of people might think there's a little shenanigans going on in the match.
Well, I will say I do notice one Mr. Martinez here at ringside.
Mr. Martinez, let's see you here tonight.
Possibly be a factor in this matchup.
There's the Federated Brand Ambassador. For those of you who don't know, Federated, one of the most celebrated pro wrestling brands. Men like Mike Orlando, men like VSK, who was on our show.
Ace Romero as well.
Ace Romero, these men all part of the Federated brand. And now it's time to take our celebratory pre-match shot.
Yes, as the Green Machine begins to load up from what I believe is a green cup. And Chris Wylde, fresh, as you said, fresh off his 2 dominant victories over Kurt Hawkins and Robbie E.
Hey.
2 big wins, looking to make it a 3rd. Oh, as he's disrespected
If
by
there's
Mike
one
Orlando.
thing you gotta say when it comes to Chris Wylde's 2-0 record here at Fiesta Pro Wrestling, he has definitely faced the facts and made sure that he's come up on top each time.
Absolutely staking a claim, as he mentioned before, definitely in the runnings for a Fiesta heavyweight title shot.
Well, you know, that is something that may be coming down the road for Fiesta Pro Wrestling. But again, he has to go up against a man who in the last couple of months has beaten men like Billy Gunn, has beaten men like Cruiserweight Sensation Tony Nese, has gone toe-to-toe with David Starr for the WXW Shotgun Championship.
Plus Ryback as well. Mike Orlando, no stranger to big, experienced opponents.
That's right, and tonight, when it came to coming to the last call participants, there was no bigger name out there than the elite athlete Mike Orlando.
As the Green Machine lifts his hands up for a test of strength, let's see if he'll be able to take advantage of the
Taking the gloves off.
smaller opponent in Chris Wylde.
Putting a hand up there. Well, listen, we've already made 2 holes in the roof tonight.
Yeah,
we don't want to make another one.
We don't need, I see 3 right there.
Chris Wylde trying to reach up there.
As Mike Orlando toys with Chris Wylde.
There we go. One set up now, going for the second, trying to get the test of strength locked in.
Oh, and 2 men lock horns.
And Mike Orlando put Chris Wylde on his knees.
And unsurprisingly, I might add, the bigger Green Machine,
There's a
the
reason,
elite athlete, if you
There's a
will.
reason they call him the elite athlete.
Oh,
And another one here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm already enjoying this pairing more than I like working with DJ Risk.
yeah, I like working with me too. Oh, Chris Wylde exiting the ring. Mike Orlando
Oh, show of
needs to clear his
disrespect.
face, but does not as he goes to the outside to follow Chris Wylde.
Oh, and
While disrespecting
the Federated
Mr.
Brand Ambassador.
Martinez, as the 2 men go in circles.
Mike Orlando has a former career as a college athlete, college football player. His speed in the 40. Listen, I have heard that Mike Orlando has an unofficial 40 time of 4.1 seconds, possibly the fastest, if it had been made official, the fastest time ever in the NFL.
Wow. I mean, how much more elite does it get than that, my friend?
So I don't think you want to be running from Mike Orlando, because I think he can catch just about anybody. Oh, the heart killer. Taking advantage of Mike Orlando entering the ring after him. Big
fist.
shots to the chin.
He's got him in the corner. Let's see what Wylde does with it. Big chop.
Huge chop to the chest of Mike Orlando. That sternum, all the breathing in the lungs, and another huge chop.
Definitely a very smart strategy employed by the smaller Wylde, who wants to break down his opponent.
Another, oh!
As Orlando clearly not phased. Oh, big shot. Oh,
Mike Orlando with a huge chop of his own there.
as Wylde grabs, and let's go, of Cousin Andre.
Oh, shot to the eyes there.
Oh, Wylde certainly proving to be a bit cheap here.
Leaves his feet and takes him down with a spinning back elbow.
But that's that veteran instinct that we often see being a divider in matchups, as Wylde, clearly the veteran in this matchup against Orlando.
Well, listen, and Chris Wylde has been in the ring again. It's Robbie E. and Kurt Hawkins, 2 veterans in their own right, and it seems like he's learned a bit from those matches with those 2 huge veterans. Oh, Mike Orlando, huge clothesline. Huge back elbow takes Chris Wylde off his feet. It has been a seesaw matchup.
Oh, in the corner.
Spear in the corner and a flying knee.
Big knee, what do we got here? 1, 2, no.
Only a 2 count for the elite athlete, Mike Orlando, but a dominant showing there
As
by
Wylde,
Orlando.
very wisely, leaving the ring to collect himself.
Yeah,
He knows that this matchup cannot be won outside the ring.
and I think that might be a bad place for him.
Oh! Huge super kick from outside the ring.
A what?
Super kick.
Super kick!
Oh, I may have gone deaf with that one.
Sorry, I got a little happy there.
As the action begins to spill once again outside the ring,
My apologies to Steve Carino.
as Wylde capitalizes on a downed Mike Orlando.
Was that Ref Andre just starting the count here, and Chris Wylde breaking it at a count of 2.
Again, showing that veteran instinct by breaking the count so he can continue to inflict some potentially dangerous activity outside the ring.
Well, listen, this There's a reason a wrestling match takes place inside the ring, the safest place for our competitors.
Uh-oh. Oh! Big shot with the plate. And here, you know, you can really do a lot of things. Oh, that is Pete Rosato's hat.
That is a $3,000 fedora. What the hell? Oh! Somebody get the fedora.
Is that what they call those things?
That is a $3,000 fedora, and it is being victimized. Oh my God!
Did you really get that for $3,000?
It's a $3,000 custom fedora.
You get paid enough for that?
I do, and you, Mr. David Adams, saw this fedora earlier and said he wanted one just like it, and because I love him, I'm gonna get him one straight from my guy.
As Wylde, not to take away from your fedora, but as Wylde continues to break the rules here, utilizing a chair and now pounding poor Michael Lander's face in.
What is with this count? It's almost as if Wes Andre is counting in a time warp here. I feel like he was just at one.
I will say, we do enforce the rules, but this is a last call matchup. We're going to take some leniency here because we do need a definitive victor.
Oh! Huge kick there. Big boot to the face of Chris Wylde. As well, Chris Wylde has literally taken a seat.
Yes, indeed. Cousin Andrew checking up. Cousin Andrew, is that his cousin? Cousin Andre.
You've been drinking tonight.
I have. Checking up on
Don't drink and drive, children.
the damage, Chris Wylde. Oh, who's coming right back up. Oh, again utilizing those chairs as the action spills outside the ring and continues to be an all-out brawl.
This match has, Ref Andre, I think, has lost all control of this match like you did in your tag team match earlier tonight.
Yeah, hopefully he
Lost all
contains
control.
himself a little bit better than I did.
Chris Wylde focusing his attention on Mr. Martinez. He should be focusing his attention on Mike Orlando, the competitor in this match, and not the brand ambassador for Federated.
I gotta say, he's a very partial individual. He has not been ringside. He's watching, glued intently to the action, and I give the man credit because he has not once tried to get involved in this match. Oh, I may have spoken a little bit too soon.
Look, Chris Wylde is just instigating this, antagonizing Mr. Martinez. And listen, Mr. Martinez is a very imposing individual. Stands over 6 feet tall, has arms the size of football players. There's a reason why he sits there and is so imposing. And oh boy.
Well, Mr. Martinez knows that he has to control himself in this situation.
Michael Orlando with the roll-up cover. A kick out of 2. That looks like almost Orlando and Martinez almost butted heads there. Orlando, beautiful float over, trying to get. Oh, hooks the leg. 3. That's it. Come with the 3. Oh my God.
Wylde stealing the victory.
Here's your winner, Killer Chris Wylde.
And Chris Wylde steals one here. Kip up off the roll-up. Hook the leg.
That makes that man right there 3-0. With definitely a huge stake, a huge claim here at Fiesta Pro Wrestling.
My God, Chris Wylde, as you said, now 3-0 here after winning his 3rd straight last call over Mike Orlando. And this may mean exactly what Chris Wylde said it means. He may just be the uncrowned Fiesta Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion.
Nonetheless, a huge victory over Mike Orlando.
Mike Orlando gave him everything he could handle and then some. Mr. Martinez's involvement, though, at the end of the day, may have cost Mike Orlando the match.